My racist grandmother insulted my black girlfriend in Spanish in front of the family. We didn't know that she knows Spanish. Now we are all screwed. I've been dating this girl, we'll call her Olivia, for 4 months. She is of Jamaican descent but born in the US. I was born in Cuba but came to the States when I was 1. I would say I'm very, very Americanized, though I grew up speaking Spanish at home. When I started dating her, I asked her if she could speak Spanish, and she said not really, and that her Spanish sucked, and we didn't really address it further. I was eager to introduce her to my family as I thought my mom and dad would love her, and they had been asking about her for a while. So I invited them to our house for dinner with my mom, dad, grandmother, and teenage brother. My abuela can't speak English much, but everyone else can. My abuela can be very judgmental and cranky and, basically, an asshole at times, especially since her husband died and then she had a stroke 3 years ago. I told her before to be nice. However, I also told them she couldn't speak Spanish because I had assumed that was the case. So Olivia came over, and everything was going well for the most part. She got along well with my family. My mom was especially nice. However, my grandmother decided she was in a nasty mood and started talking shitty about her. She said that she didn't expect Olivia to be so dark and how look more African. She asked if she came from a good family and said if my grandfather were alive, he would disapprove of her. And it's better to date a girl who can speak Spanish since and most black people won't even bother to learn it. She even said that my last girlfriend was much prettier than her. She made sure not to make it obvious she was talking about her, didn't gesture to her at all, and mostly faced the TV when she spoke. I was mortified and couldn't believe she was saying all this. I told her to stop twice, but since I assumed Olivia didn't understand her, I mostly brushed it off and tried to ignore her since I didn't want to make a scene, and I didn't want to make it apparent to Olivia that she was talking about her. Olivia is the biggest sweetheart, but is really insecure and has suffered from anxiety in the past, and I just didn't want to make it worse. My mom told her to be quiet as well, but my grandmother just did not give a fuck and continued with snide comments. To make things worse, my dad and brother just laughed at the situation's absurdity. I don't think they found it funny, but it was more of a there she goes again crazy abuela type thing. Olivia acted pleasant for most of the night, but then suddenly claimed she had migraines and needed to leave. She thanked them all but left in a hurry. I already suspected she could understand some of what was said and I felt terrible. After she left, I told off my grandmother for how she acted. I tried calling Olivia that night, but she ignored my calls until the next evening when she finally answered. I asked if she was okay, and she admitted that she had taken Spanish for 5 years, and that although she had no confidence in speaking it, her Spanish comprehension was fairly good. I apologized profusely, but she was angry. She was mad since I didn't tell her I had a racist family. She was mad that my dad and brother laughed at her expense, and was furious that I didn't defend her or stand up to my grandmother. I tried to explain the not wanting to cause a scene thing, but she didn't buy it. She said she felt like an idiot because her friend told her a lot of Cubans are racist, and she defended me so much and accused her friend of being a bigoted jerk and how much I embarrassed her and made her feel like crap. I don't want to lose her over this. I feel like she thinks my whole family are racist assholes as well when it's not the case. My abuela sucks, but my family has no choice but to put up with her. My mom and dad do not have a racist bone in their body, and my brother isn't either. I agree my dad and brother were shitty for laughing at my grandmother's rants, but they didn't know what else to do and were more laughing at how obnoxious she was being. She really is angry, and I feel like I hurt her a lot. Update. I apologized profusely to Olivia and called out my extremely stupid behavior and begged for forgiveness. After a couple more days of being mad at me, she was willing to talk to my parents and my brother, who apologized and told her that they really loved her and didn't mean to hurt her. They tried to explain the situation to my grandmother and why she behaved the way she did, and they were just trying to minimize drama, but what she was saying was wrong, and they should have stood up to her. So Olivia did forgive me and my family, which I am so relieved about because I really am crazy about this girl. I'm not going to take this for granted. My mom invited Olivia to a beach with our family on Saturday. My abuela stayed at home. Although she mostly stayed by me and my brother, she seemed to get along reasonably with my parents and believed in their apology. I have told my grandmother that if she wants me to be an active part of her life, she must apologize to Olivia. My grandmother actually agreed to apologize, but my girlfriend doesn't want to talk to her. I told her I would not force her to be around her, but I did tell her that my grandmother is sorry for the way she behaved.